All right, so I want to talk about this. This is from the post-millennial. The Trump administration drops over a quarter of a million illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, undocumented workers from Social Security, despite the Democrat Party telling you constantly that there's no way for the illegal aliens to get on Social Security and they surely can't vote and they're just benefiting everybody. 275,000 illegals have been kicked out of Social Security. The next question I have is, what are you doing to deport this 275,000 people who are stealing from the American people? This is by Thomas Stevenson. He writes, President Donald Trump has announced that the federal government has kicked nearly 275,000 illegal immigrants off the Social Security system in the United States. The president signed an executive order earlier this year as part of that process. During a press conference at the White House, Trump said, I signed one big, beautiful bill and allowed no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Okay, so how's that? Not bad, right? No tax on Social Security for our seniors and to protect our benefits. We've already kicked nearly 275,000 illegal aliens off of the Social Security system. These are people. Many of them have already left the country, and yet we are sending them checks all the time.
Last month, I signed one big, beautiful bill and allowed no tax on Social Security for our great seniors, okay? So how's that? Not bad, right? No tax on Social Security for our seniors. And to protect our benefits, we've already kicked nearly 275,000 illegal aliens off of the Social Security system. These are people, many of them have already left the country, and yet we were sending them checks all the time. And 275,000, and that number is now even larger than that, Frank. It's unbelievable.
That's good to hear, and you got to keep it going. How many people are on Medicaid that are illegal aliens, stealing from the American people? How many are potentially, say, registered to vote? Because let me tell you something. This is anecdotal, but during the last election cycle, I talked to at least 3 non-citizens who admitted that they were voting. One of them was voting for Trump. She was from Puerto Rico. And she told me that she knew that she was probably voting herself into deportation. But with the economy falling apart, she said she felt like it was her only way to save her homeland and her family was for the U.S. to remain in a position of success. But regardless, to what extent I can't say, but it is most certainly happening.
Unbelievable job. And what that's doing is making the system strong. It's making it strong. Biden never kicked anybody off. Everybody joined. And we're carrying out historic deportations to remove many more illegals committing Social Security fraud. It's the Social Security fraud that was taking place at levels that nobody's ever seen. We cleared 12.4 million names listed in the Social Security database over 120 years of age. Think of that. So we had 12.4 million names where they were over 120 years old. Is that right? That's a hell of a statement. I have a feeling, Dan, that's not really that really didn't happen, did it? So you have 12.4 million names listed in the Social Security database that were over 120 years of age, meaning you were breaking records, because I've never heard of anybody at 125. There were nearly 135,000 people listed who were over 160 years old, and in some cases getting payments. So somebody's getting those payments, and we're after that.
It's a start, I suppose. Let's see. Now, in April, the post-millennial writes, Trump signed an executive order which was aimed at stopping illegal aliens and other ineligible people from obtaining Social Security Act benefits and directs the administration to ensure ineligible aliens are not receiving funds from Social Security Act programs. During the press conference, the president also spoke about his steps in Washington, D.C. to tamp down crime by federalizing the police force and deploying the National Guard to the nation's capital. And that has been carried out, and some additional illegal immigrants in D.C. have already been arrested, and in the over 100 suspects taken into the custody this week. And it also, it's interesting to see how many illegals were getting arrested in Washington. The reality is they're everywhere. When you have 25 to 30 million of them infesting your country, they are bound to be in every city, in every province, in every county. But at least this is a step in the right direction, getting rid of the illegal aliens who are stealing from the American people on Social Security. And again, it can't possibly just be this 275,000 or however more they've already kicked off. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. So we'll see where things go. But we got another 3.5 years of this, so good times all around.